Talking with Shawn Danker, ACGC, former wrestling coach, coached his son Seth on the mat. How was the experience coaching, having your own kid on the wrestling team?
Oh, the experience was great, obviously. I know I guess some coaches would be like a little nervous or hesitant on how you would treat, your son or your daughter or whatnot in any situation. But no, I thought it was a great situation. I'd coached him obviously since he got old enough to get in a stance, when he's, in his diapers. So it was really great to be able to have that all the way through until he could graduate and have that opportunity. It was awesome.
What are some of the real proud moments, and you look back at it now, that the positive memories that come to mind?
Oh, the greatest memories, I guess, it's not always the wins and the losses, that you stick in your head. It's just, watching the growth, from, like I said, when he was a little peewee to where in junior high and starting to see success and doing things, the right way, how to train, how to learn how to train, how to act, win or lose, and be a good teammate, be a good leader. Those are the things that stick out the most as far as, memories as how he progressed as a young man.
Wrestling in particular is a sport with a lot of passion, and with that can come a lot of emotion too. Did it take a while to kind of figure out when you guys maybe needed space as opposed to when you could communicate?
Oh yeah, that's a great question, and we, talked about that often, and I talked about that often with my assistant coaches, which was very much at the top of my list. Like, when do you know when to step back? When do you say, I'm a dad or I'm the coach now? And it's sometimes it is very difficult to understand to yourself, tell yourself, hey, whoa, don't be dad here. Don't be coaching at home. And when do you let off on the reins a little bit? But yeah, I conference with my assistant coaches a bunch, and when a lot of times I'd say, hey, you take him, right, this is time for you guys to take him because I can't handle this situation, or I'll let you guide him, get him warmed up, and things like that. Just different little things, but yeah, we knew as a coaching staff, I didn't want to get too much, and sometimes as a parent, you can get too wound up in the parent aspect of it and affect your coaching.
Do you feel like you guys were similar were there times when maybe he reminded you of when you were in high school being on the mat, or did that help out in any way?
That's another great example here that I have. Myself, I would say he probably didn't really remind me of myself, but the great thing was reflecting back on my situations where I think I could help him get through those situations that he may encounter. But the part that does remind me of, if you all remember Steve Swope, my wife's brother, if you reflect back, he looks just like Steve, acts just like Steve, makes me crazy just like Steve. Because I coached Steve when he was little in youth baseball and a little bit, and then wrestling all the way through. So their mannerisms and the things that make me crazy went hand in hand as well, but also the good with the bad there too. A lot of good things went along with those traits as well.
How about your relationship with your dad? Did he help you get into wrestling, get into coaching?
That's a good one. My dad worked on the farm from all his life. He never really got into the athletic aspect of it, but the best part about my parents were they were very supportive in everything that I did, and anything they could help with, got me to where camps and in the summer and things I needed to get to, weights in the morning or whatever. They were there helping me, push me, and go for there. But that helped me as I progressed as well. Then my younger brother, he saw what I was doing, and that time helped build his legacy too.
What do you think I should ask Seth when I get a chance to catch up with him? What might bring out some good answers?
I probably, I don't. Boy.
He gonna roast you?
Yeah, I don't know if he'll roast me too bad, but practices are probably the where you get a lot of good memories too, the fun times, and sometimes you can be really relaxed, and sometimes the kids, I'd say good camaraderie stories come out in practices. So I bet he probably has some good ones.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.